Copenhagen with Arena. The desk was talking a lot about how these two comps will go up against each other, and right off the bat, we're going to have a clash in mid, where Team Liquid is approaching with 4 players.
The only real exception here is soulcas, who's peeking down a long. You see Jamppi already has to give the angle up, and off of that, Nivera was set up to drop some utility. It's actually Omen who swings out, and Jinggg already gets 2 with the Frenzy.
And that's uncharacteristic, too. You would expect PaperX to be the guys taking the aggression.
Yeah,
Team Liquid wanted to take it immediately to them.
Now note, the alarm bot is still there. It was just cleared out. Nivera with 22 HP cleans up another as we're tied up at 2 apiece. Numbers have equalized, and Jamppi not able to land the shots. PaperX now with the advantage. soulcas and Nivera, the only 2 that remain, and they're going to try to approach us from different fronts. Nivera with utility, mindfreak having to reposition, take a tiny step back as Benkai up forward. The haunt got cleared out. Now Benkai waiting, swinging, not landing the shots. So Frenzy goes just a bit wide. Liquid having a hard time getting into this. Perhaps they can do it off the Prowler. No, not much success there either. soulcas takes 1 down, but a 1-for-1 when you're outnumbered amounts to 0.
Face off in a match as important as this.
Start to see this fight for A-main control. PaperX do a lot of really cool things off of Jingg's clear to control on.
But this time they're actually using it to pivot immediately. Yeah. And you see how Liquid has fallen off into the site. Immediately this Trailblazer is going to give him a lot of free access, but Jamppi is on point.
Yeah, he may have missed the first couple of shots in the first round, but he's not missing that one. He doesn't miss that one either. With the Leer up high, he swings back down and takes care of Jinggg. You start to see the numbers go so heavily in favor of Liquid. Remember, it's just pistols. You see it on your screen right now. Sheriff's a shorty, and well, the Headhunter that's been the main problem point for PaperX here.
While on the verge of being thrifty, there's still so much room to work with here for PaperX. Benkai's all the way in the A site, but the thing is, he's not going to find himself a kill. He'll find himself the site. He needed kills in this instance.
I mean, they both have Spectres, and they're both very healthy, too. You can tell a bit paranoid here. No idea of where Liquid might be.
And usually, in the first 2 games, Liquid wasn't really finding much with a couple of Sheriff buys or Shorty buys. But this is a whole round that they're potentially about to take.
And the key here is overwhelm. They did manage to find those 2 Spectres that they got off of the kills, but the key here for Liquid is overwhelm, given the gun situation. Debai is going to get CC'd up. A flash to try to delay, to buy some time as Benkai swings around. One's already fallen. The smoke off leaves Debai in a brutal spot, and Debai gets 2. How has he gotten this far? He's outnumbered, though. And ScreaM Sheriff cleans it up at the end.
That was dangerous for Liquid after having such a strong advantage. They tried to swarm, but there just wasn't enough bullets to actually trade the kills efficiently there. Either way, they come out with the round. They starting at LCQ was him going full time on that chamber hole. Here's an eco attempt from PaperX. It's just a one-way, and Jamppi's on top as well. So that's going to get just slapped back.
Yeah, it's now twice.
But it does feel like that's something that's been missing this event so far.
PaperX again, 2nd place in Copenhagen. Likely not expecting to find themselves in this situation either, right? Elimination still in groups. But it seems like PaperX may be warming up at just the right time. Benkai again. Filthy shot. And Nivera once again overwhelmed.
Benkai's ult in 3rd round.
We'll see if they can swing this back. Remember, PaperX just had a thrifty round win. And it seems to be going in their favor.
No more charges left.
Now Devai's upgraded a weapon. He's still in mindfreak's hand. The spike is going to go down A.
2v2 now this time. Look at the approach the Team Liquid is taking, though. Slow from dimasick, but Jamppi immediately on the flank, and they just saw him inside of B.
No, mindfreak has no stars. Devai just got a flash.
Also, dimasick just smoked A long. So that's another bit of misdirection. Jamppi's not going to opt to actually use that smoke to his advantage, though.
Jamppi creeping forward. dimasick 5 HP. You look at him funny at this point, and he's dead. The flash out. Jamppi cleans up Devai. He had no idea what hit him. Mindfreak on the swing out. Got into a 1v1, and Jamppi clutches it out for Liquid. A 4K to give Liquid the lead.
But they took a lot of damage there, Doug. And remember, that was an eco from PaperX after they lost the 2nd round as his tour de force, so it should be just fine. Here again, the flash from Jinggg. And they're waiting out the utility being thrown. This could catch them. Look how far up Jamppi is.
And he's got the room, but it paved the way, too. They try to spam through and clear it out. It's just so difficult when you can't see a dang thing.
His rendezvous is really far up as well, though. So as soon as that flash comes out, Should be okay, but ScreaM's here. He might want to stay.
He's playing on a knife's edge, man. You saw him step just on the outside of that rendezvous range. Now back into it, the flash, and he takes it away. You weren't expecting ScreaM here, though. Looked like he did a little bit of damage, and then it's going to satchel to safety.
Good movement as well from ScreaM. Not the angle you expect him. Falling back from sewers, maybe falling back from long.
You saw they just had to heal Forsaken back up. He's got no armor left, so he did take damage off of ScreaM's engage.
Walking back down, soulcas. Oh, what a fault line.
Oh, but the Cloudburst is so good! The Cloudburst provides everything! And now Benkai on the swing clears that Jamppi, but ScreaM has not been dealt with yet. The showstopper up top as he tries to get past the Seekers, and it's all delay.
That just slowed him down so hard. The problem here for Paper Rex, while they're sprinting to the other side of the map, they've only got 30 seconds left. They're going to commit towards that C side, and they should get this down. Team Liquid's not recognizing that because of the pressure Jinggg is putting on right now.
Yeah, at a best-case scenario, he gets a kill on the way out, but he's a sacrificial lamb at this point. He got what he wanted for. Has a chance to get a second to Paranoia. They still have no idea. They still have no idea.
Not even rotating, and Jinggg says, yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and take these fights anyways because I can.
2 massive kills out of him. And now ScreaM's in a spot where he's, oh, what the heck do I do?
That's a Paper Rex classic, too. Just leave facing up against ScreaM, and it was kind of like, yeah, I think I can take him. Even though he respects him so much. 2-2 to start things off, and Paper Rex look much better right on the onset that they did in either of their series so far.
At best here, ScreaM's able to preserve that weapon. Yeah, and that was the only real challenge that was thrown his way. So he's going to carry that forward.
Because they have the 2 duelists. You're not going to have as much later on to execute, but this one's much faster for Forsaken. Look, it's only soulcas here. And Paper Rex might have gotten a beat on that.
And I wonder if they were expecting something aggressive too, because you see the gravity well set up. I think they maybe were expecting Jamppi to be a step up or something. Either way, yeah, soulcas watches that happen and has to back up.
Well, and don't forget too, you should always expect here the fault line from Nivera, and it wasn't there this round.
Still has it. soulcas still alive, and there was that fault line that we were just mentioning.
Just heard him get in the cage though, so they know there's somebody close to hers.
Further back.
Not dealing with him.
soulcas may be trouble here. Oh, but mindfreak on the swing. You see the trap wire just on the outside of Link. Jamppi from up top, but the Cosmic Divide is going to provide some trouble.
Is there a gap from the peak? There is!
Oh, there was! I thought it would be too narrow. Forsaken tries to go up 6 HP. Oh. You heard the Empress use from Jinggg. And he's just waiting on the other side. You see this. The knife out there from Jamppi. We've seen that happen way too many times.
If they faced it, this is really bad for Jinggg.
Oh, there are too many targets. Way too many targets. ScreaM cleans him up. Benkai down in hell, does nothing. Liquid take the lead back.
And that is now another lightish buy from Liquid that they pull out and win against the buy from Paper Rex. Is insane in front of that Cosmic Divide. He's got the op now.
Yeah, massive. I mean, the second one probably should have never happened. Either way. You mentioned the op in the hands of Jamppi, sure enough. Take a look and see what he can do. Here. Early on, and it does not look like that's where the push is headed. Vi, spots ahead of Nivera. And that's it for now, so they don't feel comfortable about going into garage or going in towards C.
They're going to face the op.
Yeah, I mean, by process of elimination, maybe, but there's no, like, solid cue for them to understand that the op is here, that Jamppi's here.
Cage is good, though, but
Jamppi's better. Soon as the cage goes down, Forsaken follows too. The Leer out and Jamppi gets the third. The fourth right before him and he lands it. A prime gaming flawless for Liquid.
And that's exactly the type of round you finally want to shut Paper Rex down. Example.
Here.
You have to take the pace to him. And you just saw what happens when you try.
You know, you often see rounds like that and you go, okay, well, but can he do that again, right? Is he going to be able to consistently land a 4K by himself on A? With the op, and the thing is, it's on these stages that players like Jamppi deliver, and they manage to do so consistently. So you're right. Do you really want to go at that again? ScreaM with the satchel through the smoke, feeling some pressure. A really good paranoia. I think that hit everyone.
Either way, D-Man has to get out of there. And they give up the site.
I got the spike.
And we'll get knives actually online here for Forsaken, so this is a very doable round here with the time pressure.
Really nice nightfall. Forsaken has to go big here. He's been very quiet in
gone.
this round so far in this map, and he continues to get out of every round with nothing but a whimper. Jamppi still holding it up, understanding there's someone playing that cover. He knows it's there, and there it is. The swing out from Nivera to try to provide some cover. Jinggg and Forsaken both go down. The spike with the fuse comes through, and Liquid gets a 5.
mindfreak actually gets 2 as the win banner's up.
They have not at all.
But it hasn't been going their way in the first 2 series too. Leviathan was pummeling them. Overall, this tournament, Paper Rex has only gotten 43% of first engagements. That is very poor for a team like Paper Rex with star power like Forsaken and Jinggg.
I mean, a far cry from what we've known them to be. And maybe that's what's missing, right? As you look at this Paper Rex project throughout the tournament, you go, something feels a little off. They're not quite as electric as they have been in the past. Maybe that's the issue. It's tough to say. Either way, they find themselves down 3 rounds here in this opener against Liquid.
Just attempts. Liquid is giving them nothing, though. And there's 3 players here. The breach for ult is already here.
And it was all told from the beginning, right? As soon as mindfreak puts the 2 smokes down on the links, they drop the Rolling Thunder and they just walk right into it. That was such a good read by Liquid.
It is just a trade, though. So now Paper Rex is able to spend the remaining time of this round, which is only 40 seconds, to start working it.
Eek.
But I fear they might go right back into Jamppi here.
And Jamppi still has that op. Plenty of money to work with, too. You hear the ult
They just
use.
spotted 2.
Yeah.
Really good play from Demon. Very heads up, but misinformation now because they are going to hit this B site, but still, knowing exactly where they are, knowing how much time they have left, Jinggg.
He has to be able to relieve the pressure, and he can't! Doesn't find the kill on Nivera. Jamppi still on A. Now the question is he try to push in alongside Nivera, or does he flank around? You've got mindfreak who's already playing back in window.
Look at him expecting the Benkai flank for so long. It's not coming.
Does he have a star? Does he have something on site? I don't think he does. All of his stars have been used. It's just tripwires there. So there's nothing to pull him off the defuse. They have no utility for post-plant items. What they have is mindfreak. And mindfreak, good for 1, not able to get the second. Nivera on the tap. Divide from backside gets a 3rd. Dima's left alone, and Dima falls.
The extremities they needed to hold, and they did it.
Jamppi still with off the peek out from double doors, but that's not where the pressure's coming from. He's already rendezvoused backside 2, and you see the pings on the minimap. They have a really good idea of where he's set up right now. And off of that, they go A.
soulcas and ScreaM.
soulcas is in such a raggy little corner. He's going to look past the Leer, look past the flash, and look right into back of Forsaken's head.
Exactly where
Now the neural theft through. A 4v4 remains on the side, and ScreaM is still here, satcheling away to safety as his brother shows up for help. Nivera quick on the site. But ScreaM has already fallen. Nivera following up, doing a bit of the same as Jinggg continues to take over. This round has been all his.
Just responding so well to the utility thrown out there. Nivera trying to peek by himself, though. Ill-advised against Jinggg of all people.
The team is here. Yeah, they do, and it falls Jamppi with the op. He's close by, and the money. All right, they're going to commit for this. They're outnumbered. ScreaM holding it.
enemy remaining.
Rad angle. Excuse me, it was Jinggg either way. Yeah, and that no longer feels to be the case at all. Good tour de force used.
Benkai's committing both of his cages in front of the Opera here. So you could use these not only to give misinformation, are we actually crossing at this point, but he can also put it back up for them to fall out.
And it's not a misinformation this time. They are indeed crossing forward.
Find it.
The Trailblazer should spot him. He tries to stay as long as he can. They've got the Cosmic Divide.
Oh, this is a cool actually play through the wall.
Jamppi, still here. Still.
So odd.
Yeah.
They have a triple peek through eventually.
And this is all misdirection. The way it's lined up, you have no idea if they're entering through B or through C and if they're going to rotate away or what they're going to do. But what they do is they cut noise and they stay! And Jamppi does too! But Nivera trades it back. 45 HP, a gravity well at his feet, and he lands a shot on a Divide anyway. Jinggg on the swing. soulcas trades it back. He gets a second on the round. Liquid get to 6.
So it's unique, but not super well thought out. At least in that instance. Tried to keep him guessing outside of the timeout.
Now quiet round out from Paper X. They still have enough to buy. Oh my goodness.
Spike down, mid.
Liquid feel like they're 3 steps ahead of Paper X right now.
Oh, in this round specifically. Nivera.
Right there.
Just ready for it. And we have to start looking as well. Forsaken down in this round, Divide down in this round. 2 big tools. Forsaken, the space clearing. I know he's not been having a great game so far.
They smoke out the... Oh gosh, I thought he was going to hit that. Benkai called for where that trap was. Dropped his mindfreak, drops the smoke on
How
it.
is he alive?
Just at the right time. They've invested the Rolling Thunder. They've invested the Rolling Thunder. Benkai only has 7 HP. Surely, if you can get past this, you can stay alive. And how much more trouble can he cause? How much more damage can he inflict on the opponents? Liquid have already lost 2 members.
They're just dueling.
It's gotten down to a 2v2. Remember, Benkai's still alive,
30 seconds
but
left.
barely breathing. Smoke through. They're going to get the spike down.
Last player
Oh,
standing.
and Benkai tried going for a play. Now mindfreak outnumbered. And the showstopper.
He's gonna face. Wow.
I respect it. I respect it. ScreaM patient. ScreaM shoots the sidestep, and it's not enough. mindfreak cannot dodge the explosives in his lap. Liquid get the defuse.
Magic.
You mentioned the buy on the side of Paper X. You're right, it's not great. 2 Bulldogs, a Spectre, and a Stinger. But if we've learned anything in this first half, it's that you don't count any rounds out, especially broken by ones.
Paper X gave up a lot on this push into Garage early on in the half. Going back to it now, and Forsaken still leading the charge with Jinggg. Fault line nullifies that Sky Flash, and they can't really peek with it, and Forsaken's inside the Aftershock.
He had to swing out. He had
What
no
a
choice but
smoke!
to go into his Cloud Burst, and he's rewarded for the aggression with 1. Now 4v4 on the side. Dima still playing alongside soulcas. Soulcas has fallen. Dima does too.
I know
the Stinger and the Spectre
exactly
provide the problems.
Oh.
They're going to get this round back.
They just worked through the C-Link with both of their duelists.
Spike planted.
And Forsaken finds a hole. It's planted for backside here. Jamppi finds the timing. He saw Divide, and he did not be seen back.
Jamppi creeping around, trying to find his first target. My goodness, it doesn't get any.
Teleport's
Benkai
ready.
Jinggg to save the round for Paper X to get to a 7-5 and that looked dangerous and precarious for a moment. But Benkai, you almost have to try to spark something.
It does give him the defensive op option, which certainly could be a thing, but
True.
with the 2 initiators on the side of Team Liquid, you know they have the tools to deal with it. Look at this stack on the B side. Forsaken's baiting into Divide and Jinggg.
Yeah, and Jinggg had already used a Leer to try to create some space there. So it looked like they were trying to find something aggressive and early, but nothing was found.
Benkai all alone. He has a kill trip. He has a kill trip. Soulcas getting really close to it, but he finally does spot it.
Oh. Popped into the cam as a, well, I mean, let's find whatever info we can before we die, I guess. Jamppi not landing that first shot. He feels pressure coming in.
3 on the flank.
Yep.
They're going to push spawn. Look at this. mindfreak has to be ready.
Yeah. And I wonder if they are expecting it.
What?
He's holding faster. He hasn't really made his way up B. Now that they've taken care of
They're
Jamppi,
sticking.
he can push forward.
They gave up the spike. What is going on here?
They have no idea! What? Why?
Enemy remaining.
Team Liquid, with the idea to push spawn after there's the flank, they spotted it, but they missed one way, but shouldn't be the biggest of deals here on the anti-eco, but there's a lot of shares here from Team Liquid.
Flash just got some info mid too, out from Divide.
Team Liquid with the spike money don't invest fully in going for a force buy, but they do buy a lot of shares here.
And again, remember the story of this map has been light buys seem to work out okay. So they choose to go safe. They choose to just stick with the sheriffs.
You're done.
And maybe this is where the trend breaks.
Jinggg just gets the kill and runs around in mid,
Now,
being
no.
like, where is everybody?
No, soulcas is behind them. If they don't clear that out all the way down C long, he could be problematic. They tuck alongside the wall.
How many times have we seen this angle not show much? Divide will try to peek, but they miss the timing. So again, The flank is coming fast, and I don't think they have any idea here.
No, it's just the Sheriff, right? But the Sheriff could be a problem. It could be devastating for the backline of PaperX. Between that and the Headhunter, maybe they find the value they're looking for. But soulcas is now left alone in this 1v3. The benefit is that they don't know where they are, but Jinggg is already on the defuse.
He's fast enough.
Swing out very quickly, and Jinggg gets the third, along with the defuse. Empress online.
That's a defuse where you know Jinggg is like, sewers, nobody's covering.
Yeah, both Jinggg and Forsaken standing side by side, and they're both going to swing out, and they're both going to do it fast. The spam's through, but it was a Prowler from soulcas that keeps him at bay.
And with the long control, it's really hard to go any further than this. Yes, they can challenge and fight the players who are in A lobby, but if, for example, Team Liquid want to set up a pinch and invite them,
They can cuss.
could cause problems later on.
The thing is, they haven't given up any of that space that they've taken. They're still playing down short, but a Prowler's going to spot him again, or at least spot a little bit. They get cleared out. Liquid decide to cut ties with the eastern side of the map and rotate over towards C.
And one of the things that they got there was information about both of the duelists.
Yeah.
And so now they know. Probably going to be the Cypher on the other side of the map, potentially playing with a trip inside of B. But it's mindfreak and Benkai, which they hope they can abuse and take advantage of here.
Look at how PaperX respond. They start to rotate off the site, give it up, understand you have a flank coming around. There is a trip out from Jamppi, covering that side.
soulcas got to be careful. That dart inside. There's three coming fast. You're right.
Flash, then the dash, and dimasick's already fallen. You've got the Rolling Thunder too, and it's going to push them all back. But the thing is, they haven't taken care of Benkai yet. He's still around Garage. Oh, and the swing is through.
Bear worked in the cubby.
Oh, they have no idea. Oh gosh, they're reloading. He dismisses though. He tries to reposition, and he's the only one alive. soulcas cleans it up though. The slip into cubby was perfect.
That was beautiful, but there's a stinger in the hands of Benkai. He's been playing with kill trips, so I'm wondering how he gets value out of that.
Put the ball in the hands of your star players. That's exactly what PaperX seem to be doing. As Jinggg gets chased down and hunted by a Prowler. And then the swing out from Nivera cleans him up.
And you said feast or famine, that was that moment right there.
Yep.
Too much utility to deal with. And the utility is useless.
You mentioned Benkai. What can he do with that
Last
stinger?
player standing.
Maybe he can 1v4.
Everything.
Yeah. He's gotten to a 1v3. Still hasn't been able to upgrade a weapon. He does have the neural theft. Spots 2 there. Step to the right side, and for a second, it looked like Nivera was down. He took a good chunk of damage, but he gets a third on the round.
Global level.
Bring them down.
And Team Liquid right now is completely playing with that in mind.
Absolutely. I mean, the chaos becomes notably less chaotic when you're expecting it, right? When you know it's coming. And that's exactly what we saw from Liquid in that last round. Now off of that, a weird buy for PaperX. They do have the Blades from Forsaken's hands. And they do have a Marshal in the hands of mindfreak.
Party's
The Blades
that.
do land. Yeah, that was very well timed.
The flip-flop between mindfreak in the back of sight with the Marshal, and then Forsaken coming out on top of that C-long box. Easy way to find a kill on a light buy round here.
And it works. Forsaken missed a couple Blades there, so it wasn't pretty, but it worked. And now he's repositioned over A, and that's exactly where the push is headed. They have Jinggg here with the stinger. They also have Divai who's rotating
Forsaken's
over.
going with this flash.
He's going to get info off of that, and you're right, he goes forward. He gets another kill.
Down A.
Now the Empress has been used. Forsaken has to take a step back, and he goes up top.
Another flash coming.
Waiting for it. There's the swing, and he's gone hunting. Oh, from up top! But the Blades don't land, the Classic does. dimasick falls, another thrifty round win. Also 1 point away from the Tour de Force, so you start to look forward into the future, and you see a world in which you're going to have a lot of firepower in the hands of Liquid Star.
There's the setup again as well. Hand-holding him until he can get past that Prowler. But now that they hear the execute hitting on this site,
The screen goes so high, and he takes out mindfreak with him. Oh, the Rolling Thunder, but Jinggg pushes forward, not able to get this. Oh, he does? On to Dima. Benkai with the flick!
Spike down B.
And Jamppi again left alone. Oh, now the neural theft's going to give positioning away. He doesn't have the spike in his hands either.
oh, they know.
Again, the benefit here for Liquid here is this round is likely lost. But because of his ult situation, Yumpies, if he dies, he may not be able to buy another op, but he is going to have that tour de force to work with in the next round. And that might be the only thing they have to work with. They've got no money.
Let's see what he can do, though. He just dodged the flash, though. Thinking he's not here. There's the jump spot. Well played from Divide, but he didn't see them the first time.
30 seconds left.
He saw Forsaken creeped up. Benkai creeped up. He's really trying the best to isolate here.
He's gotten the spike, and he's gotten out. Now, how do they scatter? Look at him.
They don't know where the TP was. Forsaken's leaving the site right now, but there's still the
10
camera.
seconds
Yumpi
left.
also dropped the op. And now the flash is going to give his position away. They're going to swarm him. They're going to overwhelm him. They're going to kill him. Devi secures the round for Paper Rex. If they pick it up, dude, yeah, you could tell, do we want a double op setup? Paper people out in droves, as you saw.
You want to play? Let's play.
There's that sort of force, and there's the flash setup for Forsaken.
Such a cool smoke to keep Forsaken off that box.
Oh, but the Haunt. The Haunt has to push him back.
I just walk through here.
Dima's the only one with a weapon other than Yumpi who has a weapon aside from the pistol. You hear the showstopper through, and Dima finds value with the stinger. But mindfreak from backside. Mindfreak from backside finds two.
Spike down.
Yumpi's tour de force stops it. 3v3 here, and they've got to be careful. Soulcas is ult.
Spike planted.
Smoke just came back up, but they're through.
It's just Benkai that's through. It's just Benkai, and he falls. And there's the Nightfall. Forsaken, decayed, but still alive.
Last player
He falls.
standing.
Devi's left in this 1v2, and he's got a
One
Vandal.
enemy
He has a
remaining.
blind opponent in front of him, too. Now off the swing. Yumpi patient, disciplined, waiting as he holds this angle. Puts the onus on Devi to make a move, to make a play, and it's another Thrifty, this time in favor of Liquid.
Teleport's ready.
It is just ridiculous.
But not a moment too late. You see dimasick has already taken aggressive space with soulcas right behind him. The Haunt to make sure there's no one playing back. And you've got this again. They're two stars taking aggressive space into short. Look at them, hand in hand, side by side.
And remember, the last time it was to set up Forsaken with a knock. This time, they've got to set up Jinggg. He's so close right now.
Forsaken so far out, you're right. They're not expecting Jinggg there. You're absolutely right, Paul, and you're also not expecting Forsaken.
Spike down.
Jinggg is still here.
Devi from back sight. You're right, Jinggg on the swing. Has to dismiss, has to stay alive, and Benkai, understanding they're coming right into his lap, pushes back just a tad.
And I know Reina utility is typically a meme, but Jingg's dismisses have been on point. He's always looking for more before he uses that orb. Benkai as well, falling back in this situation is very, very well handled.
Instead of taking the fight, the flank that's likely coming pivots towards safety. And this is just a higher percentage play.
Got you. 30 seconds left.
Oh my goodness, if that door was broken.
They're going to swing.
One enemy remaining.
The op is down. What can ScreaM find? He has the op. He has the spike.
Seconds, nothing. Literally nothing.
Surely not. 10 seconds left in the
10
round. He's now
seconds
pushing
left.
forward. Maybe he gets plant money. That's not even that. That's unlucky. Oh, he actually may get plant money. Oh, that bolts off of it.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, okay. ScreaM with the third. But either way, Paper Rex win the round.
Since that first half.
Yeah, from 3 and 11 to 10 and 17. I mean, yeah, he's still negative, but it's just a drastic difference from the first half. Absolutely. Note Yumpi with the Guardian, the one investment, the one exception to an otherwise broken buy.
Oh, he's pushing with this cam.
And this is very similar to what we saw in the previous round. The cam spot ScreaM, and then Yumpi swings around. In the previous round, he died. This time, it's Benkai who falls.
That might be a recall here for Jinggg to go a little aggressive.
The one benefit for Paper X is Benkai died in a position where they can't pick up his weapon.
He's
At least
getting
not easily.
deep flank here.
Yeah, he is. And Forsaken is the op.
They're spread around him, though.
Oh, he's so patient. But they spotted him anyway.
They're going back into
push
him.
him off, and Jinggg on the flank! Jinggg on the flank! He gets 3!
Down. C. There. One enemy.
Oh, he's got 4. Now Dima, the one step on who takes it from him. But either way, the damage was done. Paper X take the lead. Control of the situation.
5 people here down to C long.
Light armor on everyone on the side of Liquid. It
Fast.
doesn't matter when there's an op.
Spike down.
You're right, they're going fast, and they go right into the stars of Paper Rex.
Paper Rex is feeling it. At the
One
end of this
enemy
game,
remaining.
they have shut everything Team Liquid has thrown down.
And ultimately, if it's just at the end, it's still okay. It doesn't really matter.
Flawless.
A prime gaming flawless comes through for Paper Rex as they have taken the lead with Arena.
Match point with his efforts.
Oh my gosh.
A double spam. And Nivera, who was trying to set up his teammates to go fast into grass.
I mean, is this the knockout blow on Haven? Oh, try again.
That almost ace might have been, right? It almost felt like Team Liquid needed to pull another low buy win out. They'll have to do it again here. And they're already a man down.
Jinggg has his Empress online, Forsaken his Blades. Mindfreak Cosmic Divide, everything stacks up so heavily against Liquid here.
And even if they win, it has to be clean for them to maintain some sort of economic evenness in the next. Stakes so high for Team Liquid here.
And it's on their map. Pearl is next. And who knows what Pearl holds.
This is a stack as well, kind of, for Paper Rex. They've got 3 players nearby.
Jinggg is kind of taking a step back. He just leered out mid. It wasn't cleared out, so he knows there's no presence that way. And off of that, they're going to rotate back. Device falling. Benkai still up top.
ScreaM
He's
has
got
his
the
ult
trip,
now.
but he's got the trip. You can tell he's standing for it, looking for it now. There's the ult that you just mentioned, the showstopper out for ScreaM. Jinggg has fallen. Benkai still not cleared out. That doesn't feel good. Oh, Jamppi. Jamppi's on the flank. Screen has been spotted. soulcas trying to spam, trying to find the blades, and he does.
One
Now
enemy
retreats
remaining.
into hell as Benkai from up top has to jump down, and Jamppi just plucks him out of the sky. Liquid, they're not done yet.
That was clean enough.
Them once again together, Forsaken and Jinggg. But it's Jamppi who wins it out. Jamppi who popped off, who pounded.
Double ulted.
in the
Jinggg
first
is in the
half.
corner. He's so stunned up.
But did they check him? Yes, they do. soulcas cleans him up. Betrayed by the Nightfall.
Nivera.
They've just destroyed Paper Rex.
The battle of Jinggg and Jamppi.
It is delivered. Tail of the tape has lived up to the hype. You mentioned the double. Cage is out from Cypher, out from Benkai. But Jamppi aggressive. He's standing on a star, though. He's got to be careful. He's also still in quick out.
Oh my goodness.
That was very close.
Divide was seconds away from giving him a shoulder.
Yep.
Remember, the issue here for Paper Rex was they were trying to get these first entries that just never could. And it was shutting down Jamppi, who did go for the glass cannon op in overtime on this defense.
He is at A. Prowler finds one.
The trip is in an unconventional spot as well. It's going to be where they execute.
And they know Benkai just tagged it out. They're starting to wrap around. They're starting to take short control. Paper Rex may be in a world of hurt here, Balla. They're all funneled in. The smokes go through. The cloudburst, the flash, the swing, and Jamppi's down!
Still have ScreaM here, though.
Does he go unchecked? Oh gosh, he does. Oh gosh, he does!
Left.
But Forsaken stops him. A 3v3 here. You see,
Dude.
soulcas goes forward, but
One
mindfreak is
enemy
behind him.
Spike down
And
A.
soulcas doesn't know. This should be one of the easiest kills of his life, and it is. Now pushing forward. The spike hasn't been planted. 13 seconds left. He's going to have to go fast.
There's an aftershock here from Nivera as well.
10
But
seconds
I mean,
left.
he's got to commit
I
here.
have the
I
spike.
know you want to check. You want to find everything you can. He's repositioned. Remember, it's up top. He's gotten into a 1v1, but he's not going to have time for the plan, and the swing never shows up. Liquid take the lead.
Use their utility for the 2 players who were in sewers that Paper Rex did not clear out.
Jinggg on the spam, not going to find a free one this time.
Match point for Liquid, and they've gotten control of Garage already. They're spreading the map too, all over the place right now.
Remember, it was Forsaken who came alive, who came online for Paper Rex in the second half. He's got that glass cannon. And he's over at C where the challenge is not. It's a 5 stack towards A. You see the rotation start to come through. Jinggg hurrying over, mindfreak following shortly thereafter.
That guy's got his trips up close. Double up. Gonna be hard to expect that.
He's just played up there so many times, though. And this time he's smoked off the fault line, the aftershock, the nade, the paranoia, everything used.
Jingg's in the corner.
See the exchange of utility.
Oh.
Right, Jinggg is in the corner and he finds two big ones. soulcas on trade back, but Benkai still concealed, waiting for the glimmer, waiting for the chance
30
to get a
seconds
free one.
left.
These tags are getting so much value.
Here.
So much delay.
4v3 in favor of PaperX. Devi on the swing. mindfreak follows. Devi cleans it up. soulcas trying to get it, and he doesn't.
What a good retake for PaperX, but also Team Liquid just not breaking that camera for so long. Yeah, he's always in the back line.
Either way, they're popping off. They're pounding.
Still giving up on any sort of other pressure outside of this A lobby control from PaperX. There is the start for them to pivot into a C pop eventually.
They just recalled it. Now you wonder if anyone slipped into cubby or not down long.
Oh, they're going to re-clear. There's a flash here from Nivera.
Here's everything but Jamppi with the flick.
Down A.
I got the spike.
And once again, the attack woes from PaperX continue.
That was a solid re-clear. Remember at the beginning of this game, Team Liquid was failing on those aggression middle of the round. This time, it's going so well.
Oh, they can't see it, man. And look at the utility dumped on the side of Liquid Divide, though. He slipped his way in. Backside of the flash. They're both so blind. Forsaken's able to take her one, understanding Divide does that there's at least one more there. Nivera on their retreat. Benkai awaiting the swing, awaiting the pressure. Yeah, it takes a good bit of damage. Now he's got satchels thrown his way. I don't know how we threw it that far. Forsaken now choosing to use the Blade Storm.
Oh!
Spike ticking away, and the kill does not come through as Liquid hold the line yet again.
PaperX really wanted to maintain space on that site because it matched point.
And again, they're on the attacking half. PaperX with a chance to hold serve here, as it seems to be a half of defenses for both of these teams. And look at this heavy aggression down long. 3 have pushed their way up.
Oh, the recall!
Oh, and the recall, you're absolutely right. But Liquid walk away with the advantage, and it's a big one. Looking to put PaperX away on this map. The paranoia, mindfreak has to push forward. There was a nade at his feet behind him. Too much pressure. mindfreak has to push forward. There was a nade at his feet behind him. Too much pressure, too much damage. Now Benkai with way
Oh my gosh.
too much before him. He slipped through, but the thing is, ScreaM's got behind him, and I don't think he knows, actually. Sneaking suspicion. dimasick swings around to 3K. Even goes in favor of Liquid 15-13. What a marathon.
All the way.